Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Nearly forgot my own bloody starting thing there. Tonight I'm reviewing Zero Cola from Tesco's. I'm a bollocks. Pardon my French. It's actually Young's Oak Aged Rum Ale. So it's an homebrew kit. Obviously I've done the kit. The kit turned out well. And it is their Oak Aged Rum Ale. So Young's, you know, they still make some good beers. And for them to have a beer kit from them, I've actually got one of their bottles over there, London Gold. They also do a double chocolate stout. Good evening. So, I've had this in the warm because I wanted to do an update on this. Good evening. I've already done one review. That will come up after this. So, I do that because, good evening. And I did that because, you know, these live reviews, they don't show up straight away. Oh, hopefully we're not going to get no bleeding snow. No dickheads on the street again. I see someone hitting my car with a snowball. There's going to be some of that. Pardon my French. But anyway, I'll pour this out. So yeah, been a cold day. Minus 4.5 this morning. Jesus. Good evening. Yeah, it's Zero Cola. Yeah. Thought I'd do a Coke review. No, I'm only joking. It's actually the, yeah, really cold. Good evening. Oh, bless you. Weekend. Dry Jan. Don't fucking swear at me. This is the American Oak Aged Rum Ale from Young's. Lovely head on it, as you can see. Warmed up in the house. I've had it in the house since last night because I wanted to have it, do it justice. So I pour it out. Yeah, I've just reviewed one from Drygate Brewing, Oppie Polar. And quite a nice beer, actually. And yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Although, been a long day at work, a long, cold day. And got to work and you think, oh, God, bloody minus 4.5. I can do without this. I mean, the shed's warming up now. It was 0 degrees in here. So, yeah, big head. As you know, I'm shit at pouring heads. So, quite a dark pour. I wouldn't say it was black. It looks black from that side. From this side, it don't look black. It looks like a really dark mahogany or chestnut colour. Yeah, I'm shit with colours. I've just looked on the internet because I had to check. And it's 6.5% going upwards. You know, with all homebrew, I know. I noticed that Tiny Rebel did a flake stout or something. Yeah, got to get older. I've got to try one of them at one stage. But anyway, yeah, 6.5%. But like with all homebrew beers, especially the decent kits, the 6.5's only 6.5% is only like a baseline, really. With Evil Dog, oh God, my arm's killing me. With Evil Dog, it's 7.3%, but they've had it where someone's got it for 9%. So it just goes to show you how fermentation can change things and not playing around with the kit. I mean, if you play around with the kit, obviously. Yeah, it's similar sort of strength to King Goblin. So that's a good thing. Lovely aroma. The aroma is nice. The sweetness in the background of the rum, the oakiness really shows through. Because obviously, with this kit, you put some oak chips in. With the Imperial Russian Stout kit, I put 2 bags of oak chips, and you really can smell it. I mean, there are hints of vanilla. Oh. Very Moorish. Good evening. Ooh. It will be when I take the bottle back up the arse in a minute, because that bottle, I'm not at work tomorrow, so I don't give a shizzle tonight. It's Young's American Oak Aged Rum Ale. It's a kit you can buy. So you look at your favourite homebrew company. Most of them do it. And Young's do quite a few decent kits, to be fair. And obviously, it's the same Young's I presume, who do London Gold, which I've got in the background, the double chocolate stout. Yeah, I want to do some more this year, you know, but ones that I actually want to drink as well, not stuff, because it's all right brewing stuff, but if you're not going to drink, if you brew it just for to get a review or something, then you actually want to drink the stuff, don't you? And it does look nice. Oh, Jesus. Is it September time when I brewed it? I think it's about September, October. Might have been October, because I did the beer works quite last minute. Yeah, I think it was probably October. And fucking £1,000 a week to taste beer. Shit. So one, you're tasting beer. One, you give your opinion, and two, you get drunk and you're getting paid for it. Hey, and it's in Londonderry as well. My wife would love that. She'd love just to move to Londonderry. You know, to see all the family over there. Yeah, it would be nice. We'd be having piss ups every night. Yeah. Oh. Can't wait to go back across. Yeah, or I can stay in bed, definitely. I get pissed every night anyway, so there's not much difference at the moment. No, I don't get pissed every night, to be fair. I've actually been, since I've gone back to work, I've actually been fairly decent. On Monday, I woke up and I felt rough. But since then, I've actually been pretty decent. I've woke up and I felt really sober, and which is a good thing when you're driving, obviously. And, you know, and I've had some long... I can't be the only one. When you get drunk, you don't dream. All of a sudden, you're in the morning, you're like, Jesus Christ, I ain't even dreamt. I've just gone straight to sleep. That's it. When you're sober, when you're not so drunk or sober, you fall to sleep. I have massive flipping dreams. Wake up knackered, you know, because of the dreams. Although the minute I open my eyes, I bobbed it. I can't even remember what I dreamt about. If it was good or bad or what. So room temperature. Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea. Wilco's IPA, or even Simply. I think Simply do an IPA. And if you remember Krabby's, they brought out their Krabby's IPA, which, if memory serves me correctly, it was good evening. Oh, that's good. Good idea. Good on brew by numbers. Oh, missed that. But yeah. Oh, there we go. Live chat. I think it has got a red tinge, you know. It looks black on one side, and then on this side, because of these funny lights, it looks more red than black. But yeah, experimenting with brews. Oh, it's got to be the way forward. You know, just to do what the craft beer people do, because that's, I mean, Totally Brewed near me, they've got their base stout, and all they do is do countless versions of that stout with different flavours. And if you're being crafty, it's a decent thing to do, isn't it? They've done Parkin Stout, a Cherry Bakewell Stout. Oh, flipping loads of different stouts. But if your stouts are decent, I mean, Titanic Brewery do the same as well with their stout. They've got their base stout, and then you've got the cappuccino stout that they've done. And I'm sure there's a couple of others that they've done, all based off that original stout. And you can't fault them, really. It's a way of lots more varieties based off the first original recipe. And I'm all up for that. Very nice. What was the brand? Who was it from? I remember going into Wetherspoons. Was it Wetherspoons? Might have been a Castle Rock pub actually. Bought 2 beers and there was a milkshake stout. And I thought, I'll buy that, buy my mate his beer. Came to 11 quid. And I said, fucking hell, what was your beer costing? His beer was like 4 quid. Mine was 7 quid for the pint. Yeah, I was fuming all the way into town. Good evening. So at room temperature, this is absolutely bang on. Yeah. Dark beers rule at this time of the year, you know. Even if you've got Christmas beers, still a great time to be drinking them, because obviously it's bloody cold outside. So any beers that are nice, dark, malty, drink them at room temperature. Oh, you can't fault it. You really can't. There's plenty of time for the pale ales, the goldens, and lagers and ciders and that, you know, in the spring and summer months. Because obviously in them months, I find I don't really drink any stouts at all, or porters. If I was going to do a ginger, like you said, the ginger IPA, I would actually get some ginger root as well. I'd brew them together at first. Make sure I would use the 2 kilos of sugar, or maybe even slap another kilo of sugar in. It's not going to hurt. Brew it all together. At the end of the first fermentation, then boil the old ginger root up, add that to it, put the, so yeah, your first fermentation, then when you transfer it to either a barrel or another one, tailgate, and then add a boil of ginger root chopped up, boil it up, add, and leave the ginger root in, chuck it in for the secondary fermentation. So you might add a bit more sugar before you go to bottling. Chuck that in at the secondary fermentation. St. Peter's Cream Stout is amazing. The bottle, I've not tried the kit. Honey Porter though, I've tried that kit. Bloody amazing. But yeah, doing that, then you'll get the real fire of the ginger. I'd chuck both yeast in. I would. Yeah, St. Peter's kits. The Honey Porter is exceptional. I've got a mate who's as fussy as they come with my beer. Slags my homebrew off all the time. And although when he's pissed, he don't give a shit. But he had some of the Honey Porter and he was saying, God, this is amazing. And it was. It was truly commercial quality. So Honey Porter. I've done the Ruby Red Ale as also from St. Peter's. And that also was very, very good. But I do need to do the cream stout at some stage. Talking about St. Peter's. Yeah. St. Peter's on their Facebook and Twitter account, Instagram account tonight, posted, it is freezing in Nottingham and all, about their own brew kits. Good evening. And on their own brew kits, they put down plum porter. And I'm like, what? Plum porter? So I straight to their website, looking at their own brew kits. It's not. They put plum porter instead of ruby red. And so I've had to message them and say, look, you put the wrong ale up. I mean, I'd love a plum porter kit. That would be my next kit straight away. But so, gotta say, lovely. Room temperature is king. No, I'm off work. I was going to wash the car down tomorrow though, but looks like I bobbed it there. Although the hose pipe's frozen anyway, so. And I was hoping to jet wash the decking this weekend, get rid of all the green algae, but again, you know, with this cold and that, no chance. I'll just have to sit in the house and go on the computer and fall asleep watching good films on the TV. I know my workmates, not that there's many of them, they're all furloughed on 80% pay. So they're all just sat at home. And the chef, she's just had a baby, so not long ago. So for her, it's fantastic because she's getting the money and sat at home. I'd use both yeasts. I really would. I'd chuck them both in. It's not going to hurt. The yeast just converts the malty stuff, you know, into alcohol. So when you're mixing it all together anyway, mixing it together, now that'll be fun. 2 lots of, then again, I've done it with the Love Brewing kit. So you chuck them all in, wash out the, obviously you know how to do it anyway, but wash out the, whatever you've got the malt in, brew them together. And it's something I'm definitely going to do. When I get some pennies, I'm like Fred Flintstone at the moment, Flint skin. But at least I've got plenty to go at, so it's not too bad. McEwen's export. Flipping heck. Some people are lucky, aren't they? Hey, 20% top up and stopping at home. And I know lots of people, good workers, that are pissed off because they're not furloughed. I mean, I'm tempted to do the get the Love Brewing again, the Imperial Russian Stout, getting the ginger beer kit, mixing them all together and doing one crazy Imperial Russian ginger stout. I mean, that'd be some percentage as well, especially if I put a bit of sugar in as well, just to really ramp it up. Brew it to 24 litres. It will cost me 55 quid, but yeah. It does sound mad, doesn't it? 55 quid. Fucking hell. Every pint you'd be thinking, paid £1.50 for that. Well, I need to have some more of that. Thank God I've got a 2 litre bottle and it's nice and room temperature. I've got to say, I do love dark beers at room temperature. No work tomorrow. Wife's cooking the dinner. Job's a good one. So yeah, pours with a nice head. I mean, you do get the oakiness really does shine through on this. You definitely get the sweetness of the rum. You do get the vanilla notes, but the oakiness really does come to the forefront over the malt, you know, over the malt side of things. But this is one of them beers that, you know, you could give this to 4 or 5 different people and they'll all be picking out different flavours. Complex little beastie. But the good thing is it's not like a lot of these homebrews where you know it's homebrew. You drink it and you think it tastes like just like normal homebrew beer. You know, you don't compare. It doesn't compare to anything you can get out of bottles. Yeah, the thing with sediment, lamb shank, I'm having chicken fillets with cheese and bacon wrapped round. Although that's what it says on from Iceland rather. Yeah, that's what it says. So we've got 2 each and probably a few ciabattas, a few French fries to go with it. Something different anyway. Better than last night's. What did I have last night? Last night I had pork steaks with a crumb coating with garlic butter on. And then in the middle of the review, the takeaway came and I had a kebab wrap. So chicken kebab in a wrap, garlic mayonnaise on, and chips as well. Fucking hell, I could hardly move after. Hence why I come down the shed and did 2 more crafty reviews, as you do. Just to soak some of that food up. And as we know, it's definitely a good thing to have food before you drink. Because obviously, you don't get so pissed. And last night, I'd had all that drink and I was as sober as they come. Yeah, the toilet at work did this morning. Yes. That reminds me, I must get some hot water next week before the cleaner comes back and make sure it's spotless. Yeah. They know it's me who's gone to the toilet, so I don't want to be leaving any marks. Oh. So yeah, off tomorrow, chilling out. Although I bet I'll have some work to do somewhere. I think the wife wants to go to B&M, so might nip down see if there's any beers. Yeah, bleach is great. I usually when I go to the toilet use bleach afterwards. Splash of bleach around, jobs are good. And 5 minutes later it's gone. Toilet smells nice. That's where you gotta be into. So the strength for this. Yeah. Donald Trump. He's a fucker, isn't he? That last night, I watched it on the news last night at the in America, and flipping heck. How they even got in that building was ridiculous. You know, they should have known some shit was going to happen and had the full police force on standby ready for it. But Donald Trump is a dickhead who just won't admit. Yeah, he's a twat, isn't he? He really is. Some of the stuff he comes out with, I agree. You know, there's way too much shit in the world. But the false stuff he comes out with is just, you know, it's just laughable. And what is it with Americans and these old presidents? We don't want him in here. Okay, now. Even Boris is slagging him off now. So, you know, that just goes to show you. But I reckon he's only doing that to get in Biden's favour. Yeah. Yeah, Biden. I'll bend over, you know, slip your American sausage up me. But let's hope Joe Biden, you know, hopefully he's a more normal character. I mean, he served under Barack Obama. You know, I think one of the best presidents that we've ever seen. And yeah, let's hope the world returns to some normality. I mean, I actually like Boris Johnson. I know he's conservative. I don't like conservatives. They're all about the rich. But, you know, he's been handed a poison chalice. Jesus Christ. What with Brexit and then COVID. Fucking hell. And obviously he was really, really ill with it as well. So, not an easy... Oh, see you soon. Have a good one. Cream stouts, eh? Oh, jobs are good one. Oh, I had a nice cup of tea, yeah. It was like 4.5 hours into my day and I needed some tea. And it was actually quite warm at the time. So I made 2 cups of teas and then took a photo of it. Just for all those people that I've got friends that say, all you do is drink beer. I fucking don't. Drink a lot of tea and coffee and that as well. Nice Nescafe decaffeinated coffee. I'm free as well. So, 2 cups of coffee. While it's free, I'll have 2 cups and then crack on with the work again. And the sun was out, and it was actually quite nice in the sun. Yeah, they're out of the bud, don't they? If you've ever been shopping in America, I went into Walmart, obviously their version of Asda. Yeah. And you walk into Walmart, and you walk down, and it's like, fuck me. There's a whole aisle of Budweiser. You're like, fucking how many varieties? And there's that many different varieties of Bud, rather. And I nearly said Trump then, so it went out as Bump. But yeah, Bud. So many varieties of Bud. Unbelievable. And then just a few. I don't know. I'm in the Midlands. East Midlands. Not that Birmingham rubbish. You know, I'm in the Nottingham. Yeah. Although we don't really care about Leicestershire or Derbyshire either, if we're being honest. Don't mind Lincolnshire. No, we're smack in the middle of it, oh, thank God. Although it's still far when you're travelling to theme parks. Like you go down to London, it's like, fucking hell, that M1. And then you jump on the M25 and it's like, Jesus Christ. And it's like just like a car park driving round. It's so awful. And the road is so horrible. Crashes everywhere. Definitely want to get out to the theme parks this year. Once all this madness is gone and we're all either got COVID or we're all vaccinated from it. You can see at some stage the world will have COVID, all of us. Ooh. Clear here as far as I know. Although I can't see out the shed doors because I've got these blinds on so people can't see in. Don't want people watching me while I'm talking to my phone. Looks weird, doesn't it? That's why I built the hot tub room. I built the hot tub room with the roof at an angle like that. So the pent roof just stops them nosy bloody neighbours over there from staring straight into the spare room. I'm not daft. Plus I wanted the water to run off onto the next door neighbour's garden. It'd be a great place to get snowed in. As long as the gas bottle don't run out on the fire, you know. Hey, according to the thermometer, I'm up to 5 degrees. Projects for this year. Ooh. Well, I've still got to sort out the hot tub room. I've got to clad the inside. I've got a kitchen garden to build. I've got a cooker, a gas cooker, you know, a Cala gas cooker and a Cala gas hob. So I need to build some sort of unit for that. We're also thinking of putting our kitchen in the dining room. Good evening. And yeah, we're thinking of putting the kitchen in the dining room and actually putting a new fitted kitchen in the dining room. Yeah, I've still got the bar. We don't really use it though. So to be honest, it's a waste of time. This bar that I built in the shed works perfect. I've got a fridge in the shed. I've got a little fridge on the floor, which is sitting there unplugged. A friend of mine gave me that. Thing is, we've got a massive fridge in the house. You know, we've got one of these American fridges with running water and ice cubes built in. I bought it when a friend of mine got his. So we don't really, we've got that much room in the fridge for beers and lagers that we don't really need 2. Plus in the summer months, the shed's so flipping warm that the fridge would cost that much money trying to keep it cool. It's a waste, you know, it's just a waste of money in that respect. So I might get rid of it at some stage. Yeah, I don't need a fridge this time of the year. It's fucking freezing. It's like a fridge at the moment. Oh, so. So with this, you do get the rum element, albeit there's a sweetish element to it. Good evening. Yes. So this is the Young's from a homebrew kit, the oak aged rum ale. It's 6.5% and upwards. So it's not, you know, it could be a lot stronger. I'm not one for using hydrometers. I can't stand them. I'm good at maths, but I hate using them. The only time I use them is just to make sure that the sugar's been fermented. The actual calculations, I can't be done with it. On the nose, yeah, the oaky element really comes through. And to be honest, the oak part of it comes through on both sides really strongly. So if you're not a fan of like oak in beer or wine, it may not be a thing. But what I can tell you is it tastes absolutely divine. It's smooth. It's very strong. 6.5, it says it's supposed to be, but I reckon it could be 7.5. You never know with home brew kits, because if it's brewed to perfection, sometimes they go way up. Evil Dog by Bulldog Brews, their actual kit is 7.3%, if memory serves me correctly. And on their site, they've had people say that it's reached 9%. So it just goes to show you, you know, whether they've added a bit to it, God knows. But yeah, one hell of a smooth, strong beer. Good complex flavours. Very enjoyable. It is, it is homebrew. It tastes as good as a lot of the bottled stuff that I've got in here. And the strength of it, bloody hell. There's a few of them that might go out of date in October or November. That's not a bad thing. I don't mind that. A month out of date is not bad. If they were going out of date in March, then you've got to drink them, haven't you? You know, you're not going to be able to save them. So, I mean, the Southwold one here, can you see it? Yeah. That's got August 8th? Yeah, August on it. So that I'll probably have to drink that soon. And I'm going to have to do my short date and out of date, short date / out of date area is actually going down quite nicely now. So then I can start looking at this beer wall and seeing what I need to drink. Fucker into it when you've got to actually look at the beers and think, oh, I've got to review that because it's going out of date. That's what I get for buying so many. Oh. Room temperature is king. That delivers an amazing pint. I think it was 23, 25 quid for the kit. No sugar needed. I didn't mess about either. Didn't put any sugar in with it because I didn't want to knacker up anything. You know, 25 quid, it's a bit of an investment, isn't it? Basically 60 odd p a pint, which is still flipping cheap. And it's come out really well. Pleased with that. You know, luckily I've not failed on too many kits. Yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, about the only thing I failed on was probably the prune juice wine. But it's got novelty value, that has. And obviously, yeah. And you look at pubs. I mean, that's why homebrew, since these lockdowns has come on, why homebrew has gone massive. Because people are looking and thinking, well, I can't go to the pub. How am I going to get my beer? And they're all going into homebrew. And wines, it's absolutely gone mad. 6.5%, yeah, that's a good strength. I definitely want to brew something different as well this year. That's some strong shit. They were getting pissed on 2.5%. Fucking hell. If I worked on the Arboretum, I'd be taking some of my wine into work and just giving it them. Yeah. So, before I get too pissed, that was really nice. I don't care for it doesn't bother me about the age of beer. Sometimes the less hops the better. Sometimes hops get in the way of the good taste. Some beers just have two. No, I've had 2 glasses now. I'm saving the rest for the house. But yeah, that is absolutely lovely. Top. Yeah, I've got some stouts up the house. That was a top quality beer. I've just bought a bottle of Imperial Russian Stout down to the kitchen, ready for later. Bottles on the left, there. There's some Lincoln Greens, there's a Bad Elf, a Tolly English Ale, Bellhaven, Irish Craft, got some home bargains, and then a gin, and then one from a lager from the rack. Oh, all sorts. Yeah, homebrew wines and other things. Yeah, there's a good collection of stuff in here. Yeah, you'd never walk out of here sober. emergency beers, spirits, all sorts. So yeah, can't fault it. It is, there's, you know, if you was to see this shed in reality, wow, yeah, you'd be pissed as a fucker. Sometimes. Depends how I feel. Sometimes I'll have a wine as a pint. I'm trying to be better. You know, I'm trying to come off. When I was ill, I was drinking everything as a pint. No, definitely not. Evil dogs were long gone. Yeah, when I was ill, I was drinking everything as a pint, even whiskies, which is not really a good thing when it's whiskey. But yeah, I'm trying to calm down. Yeah, just halves now. So for this American oak aged rum, for me, a top class homebrew beer. When a homebrew beer tastes as good as anything out of a bottle made by commercial brewers, that is an amazing thing. Some of the Wilco, if you look at Wilco's kits and some of the cheaper kits out there, John Bull, Geordie, you know, just to name but a few, Coopers, and some of them kits, you drink them and you know you're drinking homebrew. With this, you're drinking it and you think, I can't taste that homebrew factor in it. And you do know, homebrewers know. Yeah, there's some good kits at Wilco's these days. The artisan kits are really good. For me, great flavour, great aroma, good strength, and so smooth all the way through. Out of 5. Ooh. A good 4.5 out of 5. A very good kit. And I give it a solid thumbs up. Well worth trying. And would I add a bit more sugar to it? Maybe. Just to give the old ramp up. Soon, with whiskey reviews. Geordie Lager. Right, better go up the ass. 37 minutes. Jesus Christ. And I did a review before this, which will be coming online probably straight after this review. Thank you all for watching and commenting. And let's hope you're warm, because it's not warm here, it's freezing. Although I've got the fire on 2 bars, job's a good one. And legs are warm. And it's not as cold in here as it says. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Cheers.